Hi, today we're going to look at probably the most important thing that you need to know in business. Big promises, eh? Big promises, eh? Well, let's see if I can deliver on that. But essentially, when people come to me and I start working with them, they often say to me that I need more customers, I need more turnover, or I need more profit. And you can see those points here in red. The thing is that you can't get those. You'll see that there's an equal sign before them, and that means that they're the result of other actions. So what we can do is we can influence the areas in blue, the 5 ways, and that will have an impact on those 3 areas. So the 5 ways are the key areas that we need to work on, and they're like the chassis, the business chassis of your business. It's the same, whatever business it is, we've got these 5 areas. It's the key chassis for any business, and we're going to work on that today. So click on the link below to see the video in full. If you're already here, then let's carry on. And let's start with leads. So lead generation. And I want to just differentiate between lead generation, which is marketing, and conversion rate, the one underneath it, which is sales. So the difference between marketing and sales, some people get confused with that. So marketing is getting people to come to you to show an interest in your product or your service. Sales is converting them from interest into being a customer to make the sale, if you like. So what sort of things do we do with our marketing? Well, marketing, clearly it's popular to do things like social selling, social advertising, digital marketing, Google AdWords, Facebook ads, email marketing. It's all very popular, all very effective in their own way. But equally, there's lots of offline marketing strategies that you can use that are just as effective or can be effective, especially if everybody else is zigging, then maybe you should zag. Which I love the concept there, but effectively we're saying if everybody else is doing things digitally, maybe you could stand out by doing things offline. It depends on your business and what your marketing strategy is. But the key thing you need to understand in marketing is just who your target market is. Who is the person that you're after? Now when we're marketing, we're not marketing one to many. We're marketing one-to-one many times. Just differentiate that. So understand just who your target is, and then you're marketing to that person many times. So one way of finding out who your target market is just to understand who your best customers are. 20% of your customers will give you 80% of your profit and your turnover. So it's a good place to start then. Who are your 20% that are giving you the most amount of income? They'll also probably be the people who are giving you the least stress, the least hassle, and take up the least amount of your time, and then the most pleasure to deal with. Grade those people as an A. So marketing, we've got 85 different strategies on marketing. You want to pick perhaps between 3 and 8 strategies to work on over the course of a year. Most marketing doesn't work. We need to test and measure to understand what does and doesn't work. So once we've got leads coming into us, we then want to convert those into sales. So we convert those into customers, and that's the selling part of things for us. So how do we improve our chances of converting it? Well, first off, just knowing the numbers and measuring it. Same with any of these will have a big impact. So when you know what your numbers are and you focus on them, it's a rule, it's a law like gravity. Whatever you focus on gets better. So knowing those numbers is the fundamental to improve this anyway. If you just know your numbers, you'll improve it by 10% in each area. But what else can we do? Understanding the differentiation for us, understanding what differentiates us from a competition, that'll allow us to be able to charge more in the first place. It'll improve our conversion rate. So what differentiates us? How can we guarantee what we do that differentiates us as well? Testimonials are another great way. But I would say a top strategy for conversion rate for sales is just plain basic sales training. When was the last time you or your team had some sales training? Sales trainings are fundamental. Just getting on top of our beliefs about sales and our motivation around doing sales calls and overcoming our fears, that's a massive thing as well. So now we've got some leads coming in, we've converted those into customers. What do we do then? Well, it's one thing getting all these new customers, but if we don't get them coming back and buying from us more often, then we're going to not make sustained profit ongoing. Yes, some businesses do make a business on continually getting new customers, but really profit comes from repeat business. So remember that profit comes from repeat business. So how do we do that? We get people coming back more often. So just simple things like a thank you note, or asking people to come back, telling them we love them, thanks for buying from us, come back again, making people feel welcome, and providing great customer service. Just some areas that we can work on getting people coming back more often. Now, what about average sale now? Average sale now, if you want to know how to work out your average sale, just take your turnover, divide it by your number of customers and how often they're buying from you. That's how much your average sale is. And it's important to know what your average sale is. Just the average. Some people will spend a pound or a fiver. Some people will spend hundreds of £1,000s. It's the average that we want, because then we can work on strategies to improve that average. Okay, don't get caught up in the nuances of what's small, what's big. Average is what we want. So we've got now the turnover from this sum here. Now the thing about this is that we might have some instances where we've got a customer, like a client of mine, who was very good at getting leads in, but not great at conversion rate. So what happens when you do that? Well, if your conversion rate's 20%, that means that for every new 10 leads you get, you're burning 8 of them because you're only converting 2 of them. So we don't just want to get more leads in if we're not great at converting them. So a great way to look at this is, if you're going to look at working on these first, work on your margins first, profit margins, then your conversion rates. That's probably the first 2 areas that you should work on if you've already got leads coming in, that is. So just finally, once we've got the turnover, profit margins, or margins if you like, that's going to have a massive impact on the overall pound amount that we've got profit. But any accountant would tell you, if your marketing's better, then your profit's going to be better, because you can charge more. I mean, you look at Ralph Lauren and how much they charge for their polo shirts. You could probably get one of those polo shirts without the Ralph Lauren badge on for £10 or £20, but they charge 50, 60, 80, £100 for their shirt. So just by marketing effectively, you'll be able to charge more anyway. But again, we've got another 55 strategies for profit margins. So overall here, what we've got here is just a fundamental chassis for your business to grow your business. Now I'm running a webinar on the 16th of July. The idea of this webinar is to help businesses with their mindset and their money strategies. So it's money and mindset, looking at the mindset, what's stopping you from achieving greatness, and also giving you the tools to achieve greatness. And we'll look at this in a lot more detail amongst other things. So, hey, I'm Nick Gray, I'm the Ipswich Business Coach, helping people in Ipswich and further afield to grow their business. Love to hear what you think about this, and love to see you at the webinar on the 16th of July. See you then.